Back to the show. This is Music Monday, so we're gonna try to keep it as music as possible. But you never know with this guy. So you was telling me before we started, you was telling me that you had to evacuate your home today because of a fire.
Yeah.
So let's warm up with that. Why not? What's going on?
It's a big fire going on right now in the IE. You know what I'm saying? Prayers, that my house don't get touched, nobody's house get touched, and you know what I'm saying? But I had to literally, it was it was an order to evacuate.
Damn.
And the fire is last I checked, it was 4,000 acres or some shit burning. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't see none of this on the news or nothing like that, or social media. So I'm sorry to hear that. But
yeah,
so what did you grab? Like when they tell you to evacuate your home, what did you grab?
That's what I was telling somebody. That's a good question, man. These type moments is when you know really what's important to you, man.
Right.
I grabbed this outfit because I knew I was coming. We was going to the hotel.
Okay.
Another fit for tomorrow, and my pictures of I got two brothers that's deceased. So I got pictures from when we was kids and all that. I grabbed my pictures and my studio shit. That's all I grabbed. So that's how you know. Yeah, because I thought to myself, I left the studio shit man, shit ain't gonna burn. And I was pulling off. I was seeing the planes dropping the shit. They dropping the shit right there.
Dropping what, water?
That red shit. I don't really know, but it's right there. The fire was close. And I said, let me go get my studio shit. Because at least if I lose everything, I can still record. Yeah. Oh, God. You feel me? I really love this music shit.
Clearly, that's crazy.
I'm still doing it, yeah.
A nigga like me, I'm hitting the kitchen up. I'm going through that pantry. I'm hitting the pantry up and certain things. But damn, I'm glad you good. And hopefully, you feel me, when you go home tomorrow, everything's still there. They put the fires out.
Yeah, inshallah.
And all your stuff is still there. Let me see. I wanted to get to a tweet of the week. Can I pull up a tweet of the week real quick? Just another warm up before we get into your interview.
For sure. Where's it gonna be? Right here?
No, it's gonna be over here. I can drag it over there though.
That's good. I'm just twisting up my blunt for later. Just this is how I relax. Cause I can't smoke in the studio.
Yeah, we can't smoke in them. I won't tell you which rapper ruined it for us by smoking in the kitchen.
For real?
Yeah, because we used to be able to smoke
in here.
But then they were smoking out there while I was filming and neighbors. But all right, so
niggas.
Tweet of the week, Tyler Nicole. She said, LA rappers' music really don't go nowhere past the IE. I reacted to it, got over 5,000 likes and comments on Twitter. What's your take on Tyler Nicole saying that LA rappers' music don't really go nowhere past the IE?
I mean, I gotta disagree because there's several rappers right now, artists that's, you feel me, moving big records, big units. I went on a tour with one artist. We went all the way to Atlanta, to Detroit, Dallas. You know what I mean? So I gotta disagree. You know what I mean?
Which artist was that?
G Perico.
Okay.
I went on tour with G a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And Compton AV right now.
With Yaya.
Yeah, that nigga just came back from Thailand, him and Steels, Thailand, Tokyo, all type of shit, Canada. People gonna say what they want to say,
Yeah, there's exceptions, and again, happy birthday to G Perico, say his birthday. But
today is shit?
Yeah, but
happy birthday, G. Happy C-Day, my nigga.
But I feel like rule of thumb, for the most part, if a new LA rapper drop a record, the sound is gonna keep it limited to us. And it's cool because we do have a vast population. We have a stronger population in California on the West Coast than other regions for the most part. I think the issue is, what I take offense to is the fact that we play they records out here. We play Detroit music out here. We play Florida rappers and Atlanta rappers and down south rappers out here. They don't play our music like that out there.
I mean,
I think that's the issue.
If we play it, I mean, we like it. If they don't like it, you can't. Niggas gotta make some shit that they like. There's some niggas that I'm for sure they playing out there. You know what I'm saying? But you just nigga gotta make some shit that they like. Evidently, they shit is being made. What I see a lot of with our shit is that it's mostly gang rap. You know what I'm saying? And that culture, it is glorified by other cultures, but we the only ones that fully understand it. So, you know what I mean? And it's not even about that's what music niggas making, because I'm making different music. It is niggas that's making different music, but right now it's not about your music, it's about your popularity. And what makes you popular is the internet. And what makes somebody go popular on the internet is not music. So you'll have a lot of niggas who's doing all type of different shit that's going viral, and then they're rappers.
Yeah,
as
the
opposed to
first.
we're not looking for the real artists that got the real talent. It don't mean that the people don't want that though, cause the people want it. You know what I'm saying? That's that. I feel like that's on y'all more.
Y'all
than
as
the artists.
Media?
Yes, the podcast. You feel me? Because a story, it might be a dope rapper that all y'all know is dope, like me, right? Might be a dope rapper, but y'all gonna go get a story from Crip Mac. Not and no disrespect to Crip Mac and congratulations, homage to him for all his success. But you get what I'm saying?
No, that's a dope analogy.
Yeah, his song will go viral right now.
That analogy doesn't work specifically for me, because I would never in a million years even platform a Crip Mac type rapper. Like, I ran into Crip Mac public, say what's up, take a picture.
No, you're right,
but I don't platform that type of music. But I get it. Rule of thumb, most platforms in LA is going to push a Crip Mac and be like, oh, go check out Crip Mac's new single before a lyricist, like a respected lyricist like you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I feel like that's just the ecosystem we in. Right now, it's all about gang banging and virality, social media superstars. We're not in the era of bars, flow, cadence. This just isn't. LA got gang culture and Hollywood culture. We don't have hip hop culture.
No, but I think there is a hip hop culture, and I think that there are a lot of people who want to hear real hip hop, and that's why my videos with my reach or my songs or when I put raps up, it do what it do off of my reach. But there's nobody bigger. It's not what the media is grasping to. It's almost like that trick that they say with the Jews, like, you know, that the conspiracy that they're saying is that they want to shove the bullshit down our throat and, you know what I'm saying,
hide
keep
the
everybody.
shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's true, but you know they say that, and you know, I just think it's a little bit of both. You know
I think the algorithm definitely gets tricky. But all right, you was telling me that you have a case right now, and I wanted to ask you, one, what particulars can you get into, and then two, how is that affecting your rap career?
So yeah, I got a case. I'm out on bail. You feel me? And I've been pretty quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out on bail right now. They trying to charge a nigga with some wild shit. I'm innocent than a motherfucker. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. $1 million bill.
$1 million bill. How recent was this?
December. They arrested me December 22nd, and I bailed out Christmas morning.
Okay, so a few months ago.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Everybody, you know, I had a strong support system. A lot of motherfuckers pulled through because my bill was $70,000 at first, and they upped it to $1 million. And I was bailed out. I was waiting to get out, and she said they upped your bill to $1 million.
What made them enhance it after already bailing out? I never heard of that.
Well, I actually didn't. You know, it take hours to bail out. You know what I'm saying? So she already posted the bill. She was waiting on me, and I was like, what the fuck is it taking so long? Why is it? Because they say 6 to 12 hours, whatever, and it went past that. And you know, I called, and she was just like, they upped your bill to $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't want to get too much into details, but you can, you know, they can put in a declaration to increase bail and put whatever they want to put in it, whether it's false or not, because it's not a charge, it's not a trial.
After money has already been posted.
Because the bail bonds company and the jail is two different things. So as I'm posting bail to the bail bonds company, they putting in paperwork to the jail. So they already came and turned my shit in. The pay, you know, they wait. They make probably a check before they release you, and they seen that the judge increased my shit to $1 million.
Well, luckily you were able to bail out Christmas morning. Was you still able to enjoy Christmas, or you were just over it?
Nah. I enjoyed it. I put on some pajamas for the first time and everything. I posted it. My followers and my supporters seen it on my story. That story was like viral. You don't follow me no more, so you.
We unfollowed each other.
No,
that's the way.
Don't say that.
That's what happened.
No, you unfollow me.
And then,
I don't even know for what. We ain't even talk. This is live right here. I don't even know. They don't know. And then I unfollow you.
You know what it was?
Tell me.
You must have commented something on my page.
And you didn't like it? What did I say?
You must have said something like, "Oh, you be posting these, da da da," but you don't post me. That's how you rappers get me, because that happen all the time. I unfollowed 2-3 niggas today.
Man, you're not supposed to unfollow for that though. That's like, come on, bro. That's and I don't remember it, but I probably do because me and you have this, and we talk about music, and I know you judge and you grade hip hop,
right?
And I sit back and I feel like that. Number one, right now out the West Coast, I got the best body of work as far as an album. You ain't even listened to it.
You talking about warmed up?
The warm up.
The warm up.
Yeah, I already have. I feel like the West Coast don't appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? I feel unappreciated. I feel like I had to start all over as like a brand new artist when I got out the feds. And I feel like, you know, when I think about, cause you know, to the people now it ain't nothing.
Right.
But I just know that just having that stamp of a Freestyle Friday, that's like a legendary stamp they put on.
Central Park Freestyle Friday.
Yeah, they put it on.
Some people not gonna know about that, but back in the day, that was a big thing.
That was big, but you still could see Blind Fury, you still could see Sonny, Jim, Poster Boy, rest in peace, and they got real respect from the area. I'm the only West Coast artist that won on there and got retired, and I just be feeling like y'all just be trying to act like I just don't even exist.
Like I was telling you a few minutes ago, West Coast has gang culture. West Coast doesn't have hip hop culture. So Freestyle Friday, if you was from New York or the Midwest and you had did that, even if you had did that for the South and kicked down the doors for the South in that regard, that'd be a declaration. That'd be something like be a big accomplishment. But from a West Coast perspective,
right.
we don't care about hip hop like that. It's fucked up, right? But even
it's some niggas that care though. Shout out to my
I'm speaking as a general.
No, for sure.
I feel like historically, this opens a wider conversation. The West Coast, if we do our research, was always anti hip hop. Like it's a lot of old heads that's gonna tell you NWA and them fucked up hip hop. That's a running narrative on Twitter and in barbershop conversations. A lot of old heads in hip hop hate the introduction of gangster rap from NWA and Eazy-E and all of them. They hate it because it went against everything that the Cool Mo D's, and even though KRS-One had the AK-47 on Criminal Minded, and so it went against what they were pushing over there on the East Coast and the knowledge Rakim was spitting and KRS and all of those individuals.
This is why I fuck with you though. See, this is why, if you ever wonder why I fuck with Dejon Paul, because I love music and I know he loves music. We share that same thing. But you see how he could just go back to when the album was this and this. Some of the shit he be saying, I don't even know. He studied this shit. Oh, so when I be seeing the grades, I be feeling like your grades be too harsh sometimes. But you be on point, right? You know what I mean? So this is why I fuck with you. You know, I just went up there, the Adam 22, no jumper. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my niggas up there, Spody Face, YA, all them. Okay. YA took me up there. I said that shit to Adam. I said, hey, you remember Freestyle Friday? You know what that is?
What do you say?
That nigga said, nah.
Of course not. But he could tell you some gang shit.
How old is that nigga?
Shit. He ain't that. He's well into his 40s.
Yeah, but he has a hip hop show, so I was just like, I didn't even say nothing.
He had a hip hop show. Now it's a gang show, unfortunately. And I still feel like the platform can still be used to promote your project XYZ, but if you don't know what Freestyle Friday is,
that's crazy.
You can't be a hip hop journalist.
Is he like playing or is he? I'm like, all right.
You can't be a hip hop journalist. You don't know Freestyle Fridays is. But yeah, that's just our culture. That's gonna be a mainstay, recurring theme. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I feel like historically, there's a narrative that the West Coast always disregarded hip hop. It was always about selling records, gang banging on wax. Also, the Banging on Wax documentary just dropped. We got to check that out.
Oh,
Shout out to them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just damn, I'm pulling his name up, but he just dropped the Banging on Wax documentary yesterday, and I meant to watch it. I'm gonna have him on the show next week. It's like Pharaoh or something is his name. Shout out to him.
But look though, I had a different part of West Coast. I loved hip hop.
Okay.
When my generation, you wasn't a rapper if you couldn't rap, if you couldn't jump in a circle and freestyle. You wasn't a rapper, and I'm from the West Coast. We used to be in the motherfucking recess on the basketball court in a circle rapping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We did push gang culture, but it's niggas on the West Coast that love bars, and it's a lot of niggas Eminem, he's a rapper, right?
Okay.
Cannabis, you know what I'm saying? These is niggas that I was fucking with back in the day, even on the West Coast. Yuck Mouth, right? You got Crooked Eye. You got
Crooked Eye, yep.
You got
no, we got hip hop legends, hip hop icons, all of that. What I'm saying is, for us, I feel like the gang culture always came forward.
No,
even,
it does.
Even down to Tupac losing his life. What did Tupac lose his life behind?
Yeah, you're not lying. No,
gang culture. Gang culture always came first on the West Coast, whereas hip hop culture always came first in New York.
No, that's the truth. I'll give you that.
And then hustling always came first in the South. The money was always first in the South.
Yeah.
Hip hop was always first in New York and East Coast, and gangs was always first in the West Coast.
That's a true statement.
All right, bet. Let's get back into the interview. How do you feel about P. Nice saying that Long Beach? He went on back on Fig. He said Long Beach is the best musical city in the country, even over Compton. Do you agree with him, or was that just like hometown pride?
I mean, off top, I'm gonna agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach is very influential, and you're supposed to feel like that about your city. But I think Long Beach is dope as a motherfucker. You know, a lot of motherfuckers will say Long Beach is weird, but you feel me? We different. We are on island. You know what I'm saying? And I for sure we got the. I mean, who's the biggest rapper?
Y'all got Snoop. Y'all got Warren G. Y'all got Nate Dogg, rest in peace.
We got a
Vince
whole
Staples,
bro.
Who else?
Man, it's a lot. We have a lot
Eastsiders.
of great. Yeah, we have a lot of great. We gave a lot of influence.
Compton got a roster too, though.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Compton is the truth.
Game, Kendrick, Dre, Quick, YG, early YG. You feel me? Like Compton is y'all rival. I will watch that.
Compton
versus,
and Long. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would be a good one. You feel me?
Versus right
but you already know Long Beach gonna take it, especially if I'm in it. You know. Oh no, if you talk about the major hits.
20 records, 20 Compton hip hop records versus 20 Long Beach hip hop records.
That'd be cold.
I think that's the versus.
That'd be crazy. But Long Beach is gonna take it.
You think so?
For sure.
All right, we got to set that up. We got to hit Snoop and make that happen. Speaking of that, what's your relationship like with Snoop Dogg these days?
Snoop Dogg, that's man. That's a mentor right there. You know what I mean? You know, we locked in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a student right now. I'm watching. I'm paying attention. I'm learning a lot just from being around him. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm learning a lot from Snoop. So. It's some shit coming. Y'all about to see. And don't be trying to act like you know me. If you ain't been acting like you know me, don't be trying to act like you know me.
Not even a record. Like, say you headlining a tour, and you got to bring some Long Beach rappers with you. Who's going on tour with you? Like, give me like 4 or 5.
Damn, if I went on tour, if I did my own tour,
yeah.
I don't know, man. If I had it my way, you feel me? Everybody that's cracking in Long Beach, if we could put the bullshit aside and really become the Long Beach card, like niggas is in prison on them yards, you know what I'm saying? I think we'll take over. I know for sure we'll bring the city out. We'll bring the whole, you know what I mean? Because there's some niggas that's cracking right now, you know? I don't got a name drop, but you know all the politics is they play a big part in it, man. You know, and niggas that, you know, the culture of the rap is let's diss the op right now and let's, you know.
That's what's popular,
so you know, I don't really think that's what we did. That now, gang banging always been our shit, but one thing about California, niggas didn't diss each other. Niggas didn't diss each other.
What you mean, on wax?
No. It wasn't. If you think about Death Row, you had Bloods, Crips, everybody together. You had
Mac you still got fuck with Dre Day. You still had real motherfucking G's.
But who was dissing
no
niggas?
Vaseline.
Yeah, niggas had personal beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. I'm not hell no. But I'm saying the shit that's going on right now. You know, that's Chicago shit.
Yeah, banging on wax though, and all them niggas.
They was
dead.
Together. But they was
they came together.
Yeah. That wasn't nigga talk about a nigga dead homie or something back in the day. Okay. You know. That's like a death sentence. Like that ain't our thing.
That is Chicago.
It's our thing now.
Shit.
Yeah. We rep our shit and we don't be disrespectful. You feel me?
I got an exception. DJ Quick and MC8.
They had a personal beef though.
But they brought in gang elements to it. He would say things about Tragnall. He would say things about, he would make lines about Pyrus, and yeah.
Yeah, they
treetops. People say certain things, not gonna say the
but they had
terms.
for sure. But they had a personal beef, and I thought they was ops for sure on the streets. But I think they had an actual personal beef, and when niggas now if two niggas get into it and nigga get the dissing, it's gonna go there. But now. Niggas, they not even dissing the rappers. They dissing niggas whole hood. They ain't even killed the nigga. They dissing the nigga that just died.
Yeah, that's true.
That nigga got struck by lightning, and they go make a song like they killed the nigga. You feel me?
It is getting out of hand.
Yeah, that's
especially in Long Beach too. It's a
we want to hear some real. I want to hear these young niggas. Niggas generation below me. I want to hear really what you going through, because you ain't everybody's not top killer. I want to hear some shit. I want to put me in your element. It's just top killer and sipping lean and popping pill. That's it.
Bitches, that's it.
You ain't going through nothing else.
That's not what they are capable of writing about, from my experience. I was gonna ask you, what's the hardest bar you ever wrote today?
Hardest bar I ever wrote.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even. Man, I be going so blank with my bars. I don't know. I got some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Can't think of nothing.
No, that Eric Holder K that I just dropped, I came crazy on that motherfucker.
Project. Gonna talk about
that I came crazy. What I say? I said something about Face. I be venting like Face, they still hating on me. Cause I can't believe it. He said, boy, you better believe it. Them same spirits killed Jesus. I'm trying to be the voice of reason in a land full of heathens. Know I'm a God on this earth, but I'm still battling my demons. I just hope I don't look hypocrite. Shit, I might bust your fucking head, bitch. I'm still a crip. Man, they just want to dim my light, and it's a fucking trip. This world got too many shitties, not enough nips. Yeah. My auntie told me in my circle it's a Eric Holder. Man, she be talking to them spirits. Guess the terror told her. Yeah. Told my little homies life about bread, them their bread alone. Cause when you die, who gonna buy your fucking headstone? Yeah, that's
you got off on that. That's the intro to his
that motherfucker project right there is crazy.
What's the longest you ever went without recording music, sans being in prison? Like, out on the street, what's the longest you've ever went without hitting the studio where you like, fuck this music shit, I ain't recording right now?
Well, since I've been home, the first thing I did was get me a studio. I was staying in a little bitty apartment. Motherfuckers didn't know me when I first got out the feds. I was in an apartment. That motherfucker was like, hey, how big was that motherfucker, Sneak? That motherfucker, it was damn near like the cell, nigga. You might could do like this, but I was on my own. I was, you know what I'm saying, on paper. I got my own shit. And the first thing I did was I went to Guitar Center and I got a studio in my shit. And I've been like that ever since. That's why you just heard me with this fire. I went and grabbed that. So I don't really go too long. It might be a couple weeks, maybe, at tops.
Couple weeks without
that I ain't been in there. But I go sit in my studio and I'm in there. I'm in there. You feel me?
Okay, bet. Let's take it back to school for a bit. Like, what was your favorite subject, least favorite subject in school?
Probably reading or
your
history.
Favorite or least favorite?
Oh, favorite.
Okay, and least favorite?
My least favorite, when math start getting to calculus and zx plus the third power to the second, shit that I'm like, when am I ever gonna need this right here? Like, I'll probably say the end.
Same. Who was your favorite teacher? Shout them out.
Man, my childhood was very traumatic, right? So a lot of things I block out, but I do remember. The teacher that I remember, right, was Miss Matthews.
Okay.
And I was going to Curtis Middle School in Carson, right? And I just remember this that she told us. We was in the 8th grade. We was going to the 9th grade, and she was trying to explain how fast life goes in time to us, right? I don't know. I hope she's alive right now. She was a little old, but she was just saying like, you better your life starts right now. She was trying to tell us, and she was like, before you look up, she like, y'all 13 right now. Before you look up, you're going to be 18. Then you're going to be 21. You don't want to be 30 and doing this. And I was sitting there, and that shit was fume over my head. And I always think about that speech right now. She was a cool teacher. You feel me?
Shout out Miss Matthews.
Yeah.
All right, who was your least favorite teacher? Somebody that like kicked you out of class or got you in trouble, or somebody you did not fuck with?
I don't know. I really can't. Like I said, I probably blocked those out. I had another teacher though for Hudson Middle School on the west side, Mr. Estes. That nigga became a police officer.
Oh, okay.
He was an off-duty cop, but he was also our football coach. So he was pretty cool. He was trying to give us training, but the streets was just way stronger. You feel me? And then he went on and did his shit. But I don't really remember the bad teachers like that because I just be blocking that type shit out from when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Got you. All right, if you was featured on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, what record would you have wanted him to put you on?
That's a good question. I don't know. I probably would have rather cooked up with him and we just had our own record.
If you had to pick something on the track list.
If I had to pick something, see, I would have to listen to the album all over because right now the only thing that's coming to my head is turn this TV off.
TV off, so, Squabble Up, Peekaboo, Dodger Blue, Reincarnated, Whacked Out Murals, Man in the Garden, the title track GNX, Hey Now with Dodie.
I ain't sat down on the album in a minute, but it was like a few records on there that I was like, but Squabble Up for sure, and probably TV off.
TV off. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
TV off.
Do you feel like that record revived LA, or it just was cool and came and went?
I mean, I don't really look at LA as being dead. I feel like it was a movement though. The whole Kendrick shit after that, situation with Drake, it just was a whole, So maybe you could look at it like that. It was a movement though, and it's still going.
Okay, how do you feel about OGs? I get on a lot of the OGs out here about not signing and developing, breaking new acts. Like how Yo Gotti or Gucci Man or Birdman down south, they stay with a new artist from the south, pass the baton, keep it going, keep the economy going, the ecosystem, the infrastructure. I feel like out here, a lot of our OGs, they still pushing their new album. They still focus on their new record. What's your take on that?
That's a good question. I just feel like, one, if I'm going to be completely honest, I do feel like that's somewhere that the West Coast, the legends, they kind of took a step back recently because they've been we wouldn't have Kendrick, we wouldn't have these artists if Dre and, but Dre has stepped back, Yeah. But I also look at it like, the dynamics have changed. We got it to where now they don't do the artist development. You feel me? You got to come to them with the streams and the numbers or come to them with the tangible fan base, meaning the niggas that's pulling up to your shows. You feel me? So what I just feel like is that I just want motherfuckers to still start looking at when you come across a nigga who, this nigga spitting, but he only got 1,000 followers, but this nigga spitting. Like if I was in the game, I still would look for those because the world be looking for the raw new talent. But on the other hand, with the older artists, this is an art. They supposed to always make music, but you for sure supposed to reach down. I don't know when I'm gonna stop making music. This is my safe space. This is my happy space.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a real artist. Like this ain't no fad for me. So you don't tell a jazz player, a rock and roll player, or whoever the fuck anybody to stop. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes. You don't tell a painter, you too old to paint a picture. How? You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's unfair. I think what it is, from my perspective at least, is because the West Coast is in such a deficit, I could see how easy it would be for Ice Cube to go out and find an artist from South Central and snap his fingers and put him in the studio with the right producers and spend a couple afternoons teaching him how to write a hook and a bridge, because who writes better hooks and bridges than Cube? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And things like that, putting him in those positions, because when Cube drops his album, it doesn't do, at this age, this stature, it doesn't do anything. So imagine if that recording budget and those video budgets and all those interviews you went and did, it was for that young artist coming out of South Central who it might do something for. Now this artist is gonna revive West Coast hip hop and put the artist, put everybody back on the map. So that's just my perspective on it. It is an unfair request that I'm asking, but it's still a necessary one. I'm asking for them to sacrifice something, but it's a necessary sacrifice. So I regret that I have to ask it. Oh, it's definitely a risk, but everything in business is technically
they look at it as business, and I just wish more of the A&Rs, more of the people that were in these positions wasn't just there for business, and they was there for the love of music and the
culture,
art,
yeah.
because then it would be bigger, and everybody wants to reach up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to reach down, or these niggas, especially out here. It's a bougie game in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't helping they shit, some of these niggas ain't even trying to take your feature money. You know what I mean? Me personally though, if I like your shit, you hit me up, you tap in with me, especially you talking about some bread. Hey bro, what you want? Man, shoot me a band, shoot me 5. You feel me? You my nigga, shoot me. We get on the record if I like it. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas don't do that, and that's where the next hits be coming from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Respect. All right. What's your take on Poetic Flacco exposing Draco's alleged, I have to add that part, alleged murderer on YouTube this week? He said LAPD had a month to do it or he was going to expose him, and then went ahead and exposed him this week anyway. What's your take on this?
My take on it is that the streets is going to do what the streets do, and the internet going to do what the internet do. You feel me? When you got niggas, Poetic Flacco, he's not wrong. He's a civilian and he's a journalist. Whoever's giving him the information is the wrong one, because he's getting it from the streets.
Yeah, but okay.
He shouldn't be privy to this. That's like telling. Whoever, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean...
But he's saying he's getting it from police sources. He's saying he has a detective friend. He posted a photo of the detective, and he spoke to the detective, and the detective told him this. And he posted the detective's phone number in the video. But this is where I want to...
You think he would do that if that was real?
Well, who would lie about something like that? But I don't know.
That detective would be fired for releasing information like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Anybody got arrested? No. I think it's bullshit. I think Poetic Flacco, though I talk with him, I understand him. He just did some shit. He did a reaction to the incident involving the Marathon Burger, and he was saying that the little guy was being disrespectful and dissed his ops and all of that. And I tapped in with him, but I also put it out there like, we gotta stop doing that. You know what I mean? And we gotta also...
Wait, was he correct in what he was saying?
It was incorrect.
So he falsely reported what happened at the Marathon Burger.
Yeah, it was extras on it. You know what I'm saying? And it was the way he said it and he interpreted it was almost, well, I interpreted was almost like, the little guy deserved it. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what, not to cut you off, but that's why I take away the journalistic badge that he's hiding behind, because that's not what journalists do. If somebody at KTLA or LA Times or something you can't put that bias in it, like you're excited about it. It's like he's excited to see the gang members go to jail. If you watch a KTLA 5 or CNN or something, they're going to report what happened and what's going on. They're not going to be sitting there vigorously like, I'm so excited, lock these gang members up, lock these animals up. I can't wait to see Wooty Woo in jail, woo woo. Let me show you this. This is just from the actual video.
Well, what if he was like a Draco fan or something, and he's a square nigga, and he got this information?
Was he a Marathon Burger fan too?
I don't know.
Why was he so vigorous and excited?
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not wrong, right? But I feel like he's an internet nigga. You feel me? How is all of these street? He knowing shit or allegedly. I can't say.
I'm telling you is that
he's talking about shit.
What I'm telling you is that a journalist can't do this. This is when it's not journalism. When you breaking a story and you got on the red bandana and stuff, that's when it's no longer journalism. Yeah, this is you exploiting gang culture.
It's the new shit.
This is you like mocking gang culture.
No, look what the new rappers is doing. It be rappers that's doing all that and they never killed nothing. They everything K. And then you see them and they getting chased and beat on. He's doing the same thing. Everything is evolving because it's the shock value. We talking about him because he did that. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we feeding into it, as long as it's somebody, a weasel, whoever the weasel is that gives him this information, as long as he got that, this is going to happen because it's the new world. It's the new internet. Niggas ain't being real. And niggas still going to watch it. I didn't watch it. I seen, I get clips.
Right. Yeah.
I really been trying to refrain from the internet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's draining. The internet is very draining.
It can be at times. So you feel like there's someone on the street level that is telling him this information. He's not getting it from a detective source.
No, I don't. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, I don't. Yeah, I think he's tapped in with a few dudes from the streets that like to talk. I don't know. He might pay him. You never know. Niggas is snitching and getting paid. So how wouldn't a journalist be able to do
I want you to stop using that word
well,
because a journalist can't wear a red bandana and celebrate
he's a
the
style
topic
journalist
of their story. Not even being arrested. The person he's alleged hasn't even been arrested for. He's just saying this person killed Draco. He's a blood, so I got on red bandana and
that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
That's not journalism. That's YouTubing, I guess. That's content creation. But I'm telling you, that's not journalism. Journalism has ethics, right?
The energy that you put out, man. You know, you get what you know what I'm saying. You get what you ask for. You got to walk lightly. You're talking about somebody and you're accusing them of doing 2 murders as if this ain't serious.
With no evidence.
Where is he at? I don't know. He probably don't really. I don't know. You know, I don't try to be too opinionated on things, man. You know, because my opinion doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Why do you think so many LA gang-related or street dudes are feeling so comfortable sitting on these podcasts talking about intricacies of murders, county jail fades, prison fights, DPs, and all these things that when I was growing up wasn't being discussed on the internet publicly? Where's the change? And why can't they just talk about music and other topics? Why does every podcast have to be about who beat up who in jail, who snitched, who's on paperwork? Why do you think that is?
Because not everybody, but people want to watch it.
Because there's an audience.
People are clicking on it. So, you know, and you know, you got the, you know, this is the clout era or whatever, right? I didn't know what that was, but you know, people want to watch it. And, you know, it's some niggas that are real gang members that do podcasts and shit. And I know they tread lightly. I would never do a gang podcast. You feel me? I'm not even, you know, I'm for real. I'm on a different page and all of that anyway, but I personally wouldn't do it because you have to, even just period podcasting right now, I have to watch what I say because I know how the public takes everything and scrutinize it. Yeah. So as a gang member, you got your homies, they gonna watch you. Some of your homies is jealous of you, so they watching you and they wanna scrutinize. Then you got your ops, then you got everybody, oh, this nigga ain't no real nigga. Niggas can't wait to put a judgment on a nigga that make them above the other nigga. So you gotta tread real lightly. I'm too much in my mind to even do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we won't get a Crip podcast from King Twy anytime soon.
No.
Got you. All right, shifting into your catalog, to your music. From your perspective, have you grown or how have you grown since dropping Foster Child? Which I really enjoyed that project because it was like very vulnerable, very touching, very personal, had a story to it. It wasn't just left, right, tooted up, shaking fast type music like what I get sent every day, Dead Homies music. It was like a real story. You talked about your childhood, a lot of different things. How have you grown since dropping that project as an artist?
Yeah, the warm up is out right now. Album crazy. Can you put up the album cover?
Yeah, 9 songs. I got you.
Put up the album cover so they can see. That's what we here for too. So, as far as Foster Child, bro, I dropped that album fresh out of prison. Right? And I just had a lot of shit that I wanted to get off my chest. I never told my story. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of kids and adults that been through that shit, and so I just wanted to dedicate an album. You know what I mean? Everybody that's been in a foster home or, you know what I'm saying, went through something like that, but how have I grown? Mm-hmm. I've grown tremendously because I feel like I was kind of more still on my, I feel like I'm growing into a newer artist. I feel like my beat selection is more relatable right now.
Okay.
I feel like I've dumbed it down a little bit so people can understand me in this culture I'm in right here, you know? So, I feel like the album's dope. What you think about the album?
I feel like it's more palatable than the last one, than Thug Passion. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more confined. I wish you had put like another track or two. I feel like it's still, you could have rounded out to like 10.
It's the warm-up. I got like 2 on the way. That's why I called it the warm-up.
Oh, okay. So it was meant to be that brief.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, maybe another track or two.
No, for sure. It was too short.
Yeah.
Well, if that's all you say, then that motherfucker was good. You wanted more.
Okay, but let's talk real quick before we get back to the warm up. I wanted to ask you your follow up to Foster Child was Thug Passion. So Thug Passion has the Don Julio bottle on the cover. You got the OnlyFans record. You got the Pussy Special record. What inspired that project?
Thug Passion was me. Like I said, I got the studio in the house. I always, I'm not a singer, but I'm melodic. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist, so I always used to play. I never, I had lady friends and shit that tell me, you could sing. Hey, how you just, And I said, man, fuck it. I want to, because I be doing little records in my head. I might have some R&B shit and I never dropped it.
Right.
So Thug Passion, the first part of the album, it was like basically I doubled this. It was the Thug side. You didn't mention no songs on the Thug side right now. You fucked with the Passion side. The Thug side was all rap.
Right.
The Passion side was like more like my R&B type,
lady records.
Rhythm and gangster type, you know what I'm saying, or rhythm and clues, R&C, you know what I'm saying.
Showing a little versatility.
There you go.
And then from there we get to warm up, and you get off with the Eric Holder record. What made you one make that record and two place it as the intro?
I just feel like, damn, my bad. I just feel like as far as. Bro, I'm gonna go a little deep, right? I feel like the aura of the West Coast, maybe even our black culture, period, is demonic. I feel like it's a lot of evil going on. I feel like, the evil shit is what's on top. I feel like it's cool to be a backdoor motherfucker. I feel like it's cool, to say you killed your homie or you robbed your homie or you feel me? And I want to be the nigga to speak against that because that shit ain't cool. And I don't know where this shit have come from because I didn't come from that. That's not I wasn't raised like that. And I was raised by real G's. We got honor. We got loyalty. You know what I'm saying? We have integrity. And that's how we should be. And that's what niggas should be pushing. You know what I mean? You don't do that. No, you don't fuck your homeboy's bitch. You don't do that. You don't rob. You don't steal. You know what I'm saying? You don't steal. You don't rob from nobody. Not no another nigga. You feel me? Stop being so jealous and envious of the niggas that's the closest to you. Why do? It's so hateful out here, bro. You could go die getting gas from a stranger. You know what I'm saying? And it's just demonic. It's starting to be demonic, and I just be speaking up against shit. That's why I be like speaking up against shit, nigga. That shit ain't cool. So this world got too many shitties, not enough nips.
So the Eric Holder is like an analogy for the demonic energy or just hater energy, the jealous energy, all those negative associations with that individual. Unfortunately, that's what the record's about. It's not just about the Nipsey Hussle situation. You're saying that everybody has Eric Holders in their lives.
Exactly.
So beware of them. Look out.
My auntie told me in my circle it's the Eric Holder. Cause envy, that was pure jealousy, bro. Yeah. And I don't know the full ins and outs of that story, but I just know you got this nigga shining, coming back to his hood, fucking with niggas. You got this smut on you, however you got it, whether it's true or not, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be a part of this, and you could have just went and made your own table. You had to come back and kill him, and then kick him in the face. That was evil, bro.
Which speaks to the hate.
And this nigga was a light. Nipsey was a light. He was finna do some crazy shit, and the dark killed him. I just said it in the record I just did. You feel me? They killed Jesus. They killed Nip. They killed Malcolm. Why the dark hate the light? I'm like, how come? You know what I'm saying?
Real touching stuff. A great way to start the project. Thought-provoking record, which speaks to your MC aptitude. Another record that provoked thought for me that I wrote down was Death on Gangbanging. And it's like, because it's kind of like conflicting because you are who you are from where you're from, we know that. But then you're speaking about how this lifestyle cost you homies and loved ones, and certain people would still be here if it wasn't for gangbanging. How do you deal with that internal conflict of being a member but also wishing this thing almost didn't exist because then certain people will still be alive?
That's a deep question, bro. That's why I came to do this interview with you. Man, I don't know if I got this tag in my... What the fuck is stabbing me? I still got the tag on these motherfuckers that is stabbing me, man. Shout out to Valor Bastards for the fit, man. Appreciate y'all. So there is a conflict in there involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, this is something that's been embedded in me. You know, we like to say it's in me, not on me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So this is something that's been really embedded and programmed in me robotically. You know what I'm saying? We're very programmable as humans, right?
Correct.
So I'm gonna give you an example. Some people can't grasp this concept. This is not for y'all if you can't comprehend. But why all the niggas stand like that and walk like that?
Like with their feet like this?
We don't all. I got programmed.
Because
when
you
I
saw
be standing,
somebody else do it?
when I guess so. I tried when I hurt my knee in the pen. I was like, my walk, it forced me to get. I said, how the fuck do I walk? But I don't think I walk like that. I think I was just young and I was seeing older niggas, and this what we do. It's like some soldier shit. This how we stand, and boo boo. It was a program, and so I had these conflicts because as I grew as a human being outside of gangbanging, gangbanging is really like a juvenile, immature sport.
I can see that.
Gangbanging is a juvenile. Once you become you start growing into a gang banging, right? But I'm still always gonna be where I'm from. It don't matter. I could become the president and niggas gonna be like, that's my cut from over there.
Okay.
You feel me? So I grew and I evolved as a man, and I started looking at a lot of the shit, the culture, as cancerous and poisonous. You know what I mean? To us, period, as a people.
Are there any positives or upsides of gang culture, gang banging that you could think about?
For sure.
Like what?
I mean, originally, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot of integrity involved. You had to stand on something. You had to, even if this may hurt you in the long run, this is what you signed up for. And so you had to stand on that. You caught a case, you had to go do your time like a man. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was fucking with you, you had to defend yourself. You know what I mean? By the niggas I was raised with, you can't be broke. A real gangster gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? A real gangster gonna go get some money. He ain't finna sit around broke. You know what I'm saying? So, I learned a lot from that. That's why I said it's always gonna be there. But as far as gang banging out here, patrolling your hood and asking niggas where they from and starting trouble, being able to, initiate conflict and then go into prison and you're not gangbanging no more. But while you on the street, you see this nigga is up, but then you can go to prison and you could go sit in the chow hall with this nigga and everybody's at peace. As a man, I can't understand that.
So there's pros and cons to the things that you find valuable, there's things you no longer find valuable. So that's the conflict that we're hearing on Dejon Gangbanging. Was there any other inspirations behind that record that I didn't touch on, or that we didn't touch on?
I got my niggas in the pen right now. I got niggas in the pen that got, life sentences that they gonna come home one day, and niggas is trying to come home. I got uncles, step pops, you feel me? Niggas been in there for a long time, and these are great men, and we got so many men that we've buried that I just wonder, like, if gang banging culture, their minds was never impregnated by that, what would they be? Who would they be? How would what would the California be like if that shit never fucked with us? We can't even get money with the niggas across the street. We would own the gas stations, the stores, the restaurant. Yeah. We would have a piece of this California shit. But that devil, boy, he dropped that nuke on us and separated the nigga from across the street. The same nigga as you, for real. Yeah. And all these niggas, that's why I say the culture is so fucked up. Like, I just don't like it, bro. I've been to other places, and every time you mention, oh, that nigga, fuck that nigga. Hey, that nigga's a buster. He didn't do this cuz ain't got nobody. He ain't. Well, this how these niggas talking, and I just be like, damn, bro. We fucked up as a people.
Divided, yeah. It caused a lot of division. I see that.
Them others, they shit is the 13, right?
What you mean?
The M.
M?
The others.
Oh. Hispanics?
Yeah. What do they go by? What are they under?
I don't know what their gangs are called.
No. They're all under, I'm not going to get too much into their shit.
Oh, okay.
They're all under the 13 right here, right?
You've
never heard that?
Not
Out being in California, you've never heard that?
Not privy to any gang politic that has to do with Hispanics. Not
okay,
privy to any of it.
Yeah,
couldn't name one.
Let me tell you how. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you this part, right?
Yeah.
The 13th letter of the alphabet is M.
Okay.
M is what? Mexican.
Yeah, so there's pride.
They banging a race.
Yeah, okay.
Over anything. It come first. If they say something, right here anyway, right?
Yeah.
We banging this block, that block. Even in the hood, is your same hood got this clique, that clique, this nigga, these niggas. The old niggas don't fuck with the young niggas. That's that Willie Lynch shit. I peeped it. I got to getting a hold of books that was showing me, you feel me, the tricks that they was using on us to keep us like enslaved mentally after they freed us. So I got a hold of this stuff, but I'm still here and I still got to speak to my people. How can you can't save or resurrect no people if you can't speak their language.
I don't think it's ever gonna be a solution for. Well, I'm not gonna say ever, but I don't see it in a foreseeable future. I don't think it's gonna be a solution for the gang culture in Los Angeles, in California. It's like they're gonna keep gangbanging.
No, we got a solution, and it's in the making, and it's about to be a shift in the level of consciousness. People is waking up right now. You see shit that you never seen before. You got enemies sitting on podcasts talking about gangbanging. You feel me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas that's in their 30s and upper 20s and shit that's like really waking up. And especially once you go to the pen, niggas really know like this shit bullshit, but a lot of niggas don't speak against it. A lot of niggas know this shit bullshit. A lot of niggas move away, go be family men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that.
It is a shift in the culture. It's a shift. Niggas is waking up, and it's some shit that's in motion right now. We gonna just do it by example. If you fucking with me, I'm fucking with you. And you ain't got no smut and you ain't no weirdo, I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you from as long as you don't disrespect. And I feel like that's what it should be.
Absolutely. All right, another track I want to talk about. You closed out the project with Mona Lisa, a song about your feelings after healing and moving forward from a relationship with a woman. I guess, according to the song, she got a new nigga now. What inspired that record, and then what made you close the project out with that record?
Man, yeah, that record is inspired. It's not just about one woman though. I mix my relationships and what I've been through with a woman, and one thing about what people do, not just women, but they paint pictures. They tell their side of the story to people, and people have accountability issues. So I say you could paint a real pretty picture, Mona Lisa. How the fuck real love turned so evil? Like, was this really real love? How you turn so? How do you love me and you say you love me, and then when I don't meet your expectations, you turn so evil towards me? That's not love. Love is unconditional.
What is that then?
Shit, I think it's like some selfish shit. I don't think a lot of people really fall in love no more. I think they be in love with what the person does for them. I feel like they are in love with whatever the person is giving them at the moment that they need, whether most of the time with these females, which I've never been in this relationship because I don't play that, is money. But it could be anything that somebody is lacking that you are giving them, attention, time, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And once you can't provide that for them anymore, they don't love you.
That love is gone, so it never really was love, because love is unconditional.
Yes.
Okay. We got to figure out what that other word is, but it's something like with self-service.
Show the album real quick. Gotcha. What other word?
No, another word for if it's not love, then it's...
There we go to warm up. If it's not love, it is... I think people... It's selfish. That's the album. No, one more time real quick. I'm going to show y'all the album, right? You know what this mean right here? And I'm fucking up because I put that. That's the old Kobe shot, if y'all hip. They didn't let me put Kobe on the cover, you feel me? Copyright shit, right? So I threw myself on their AI. But that is like being completely unbothered, being focused.
Focus on the ball.
Yeah, but on whatever the game, on whatever. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And if you remember that, he threw the ball in Kobe's face and Kobe didn't flinch. He didn't move. He was focused. You feel me? It didn't make him jump. He didn't even blink. You know what I mean? So I did this album with that in mind, and I still been being bothered by outside shit that I shouldn't even be bothered with. You feel me?
Okay, you human, but at least that's a goal of yours, is to be unfazed, unbothered by the distractions, and to be focused on the music career. What made you want to end the track list with Mona Lisa? Like, what made you say, okay, this is the outro?
I don't know. I think it fit right. It just fit. It fit going out like that, and then it was a bang, and the record is controversial. That's a dope, very dope record. We gonna shoot a video. I'm trying to figure out what female gonna be in the video.
Play the love interest.
Yeah, right now. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me if you model. Go listen to the album. Go listen to the song Mona Lisa. I'm finna drop it as a single in a little bit the next couple weeks. We finna drop it as a single, get a cover to it. But tap in with me. You know, if you model, if you know somebody who model, we looking for. We need that. We trying to work.
All right, bet. You ready to play West West?
Let's do it. What's that?
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you two options, and two West Coast options. And this is not Drink Champs, so you can't say both. They be saying both over there. Okay. You gotta pick. Is this or that?
Okay.
Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg?
Snoop.
E40 or Too Short?
Damn. E40 or Short?
Or Short.
And I gotta pick. Hey, see,
no
don't you be doing stuff to make people want to jump on me.
Gotta pick, man.
Damn.
Think
My bad, E40. I fuck with you, but I'm gonna go with Short.
Yeah, I'm going Short too. Dr. Dre or DJ Quick?
Damn. On what level?
As an artist and as a producer.
Man, I was fucked up about the DJ Quick phase, but then Dre is just like, cause DJ Quick, you go, do I love her? Do I need to step in the club? Mossberg, them was I would see they had me fucking with the Damus back then. Yeah,
really? Okay.
There's a era for that, but then Dre is just. So I would go with Dre if I got to, but both of them is legendary. Shout out to both of them, man. You know what I mean?
YG or Tyga?
In what way? They both legendary. They both gave a lot to the
Who
game.
music you like better?
I'm a what? Because it depends in the club. Now they both got club bangers. I'm gonna go with YG.
The Game or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
RJ or Joe Moses?
Oh, that's both.
Nope, gotta pick.
I fuck with both
we
of
don't
them, man.
do that.
They both for the same.
RJ or Joe Moses? RJ or Joe Moses?
I got a song with RJ already, so but I fuck with Joe. I'm waiting on the song, but since I already got a song with RJ, have him go tap. What song I got with RJ? Type in King Twy and RJ. I got a song with him, so I'm gonna go with him. But me and Joe, we supposed to be in the makings of shit right now. You feel me? I fuck with Joe too, bro.
Draco or Nipsey?
Rest in peace, Draco.
Rest in peace,
but you know my style, and you know Draco got that style that I, you know, that shit that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And Nipsey is more on my style, you know. So I would go with Nipsey right there. But shout out to Draco. Rest in peace to Draco. You did change the game and fuck this shit up, bro. So I, you know, salute to you too.
Got you. Greedo or Kaylin? For real.
Well, they two different lanes though. That's not even.
Excuse me. Both auto-tune rappers. Both make lady records, but also can make street records. Kaylin's more commercial.
He's more commercial.
But
more
Greedo
R&B.
has had commercial R&B success. Sweet Lady.
Yeah,
Groove, beat that thing down. They both.
I might listen. I heard Kaylin more, so I say Kaylin. I would just say, you feel me?
Blast or Bino?
He asking. Come on, bro. I fuck with both of them.
Who are you picking? Who's the better artist?
Me and Bino got some shit in the works, man. I'm trying to get him pull up on the show with me, man. He tapped in. He tapped back in. He one of the niggas that, you know, I be tapping. I might hit you if I like your shit. I might, hey, what's up, bro? Let's go to it. He got back with me, so I go with Bino right there.
All right, Blue Bucks Clan or Shoreline Mafia?
You know what? I think I missed both of they whole. I was in the feds the whole time. Both of them was cracking, right?
Okay.
But I met Blue Bucks Clan at Dogg shit briefly, so I'll just go with them.
Ralphie the Plug or Rimble?
They both in the same. I'll say Ralphie.
Savvy Third or Big Sad? 1900.
Hey man, he
It's a hip hop
He
question.
a motherfucker, man, because he asks I'm gonna go with Savi Third, man. He from Long Beach, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know.
AZ Chike or Rucci?
I went on tour with Rucci, so I gotta say Rucci. I mean, he was on the G tour. I know him personally, so I'm gonna say Rucci.
Warren G or Corrupt?
We'll go with Long Beach. Warren G.
Okay.
That's not easy though. Shout out Corrupt. You a legend, brother.
East Siders or West Side Connection?
East Siders.
East Siders.
For sure.
Got you.
Goldie and Trady, know him personally. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach legendary. Rest in peace, badass. Shout out Technique. You know what I mean?
Got you. The Chronic or Doggy Style albums?
I'm gonna go Doggy Style. That's a hard one though.
Okay.
Them is both legendary albums.
My Crazy Life by YG or Good Kid, Mad City?
I like lyrics and bars, so I'm gonna go Good Kid, Mad City. That was a cold album. What would you go with right there?
My Crazy Life.
For real?
Yeah.
Over Good Kid, Mad City? How? Why?
My Crazy Life. They both are stories from people from Compton, but My Crazy Life is more menace to society. Good Kid, Mad City is more boys in the hood, more like what's the name in the movie? Trey.
I don't know.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
I keep hearing that. Break yourself or take you on a trip down memory lane. It was not and I'm just like.
It's like he was borderline, but it's like YG in the My Crazy Life movie. YG is outside doing it, and he's the guy.
No, for
Versus
sure.
in the Good Kid, Mad City movie, it's like Kendrick's being like nudged into doing it.
I feel what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Which brings me to Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society.
Menace to Society, my favorite movie.
Really?
Of all time.
Of all time?
To me, yeah.
That's
the movie that I watched the most in my life.
Okay, bad. Friday or next Friday?
Friday.
Friday after next or The Wash?
Friday after next.
I'm going to Wash.
The Wash is a classic, though.
It's the motherfucking kidnappers.
Yeah, The Wash is a classic, though.
Let's close out with this off-kilter topic. What's your take on Pooh Shiesty getting arrested for allegedly kidnapping Gucci Mane, forcing him to sign his way out of a contract?
I ain't really looked too much into the shit. You know, if he did that, I know how pressure, bro, and pride and the ego could just push you to just, you know, want to show a motherfucker something, man. My take is that niggas better learn that lesson, man. This crash out shit, that shit gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I hope Gucci ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? But that, like I said, that'll just be another lesson, man. Cause
I wish they had just sat down and talked it out, negotiated him out the deal.
He probably wasn't trying to go. He probably wasn't trying to go. You know, he probably, I need this, and it's like, nigga, I ain't giving you that, and then there's pride come in, like, nigga, how you, and you know, the two niggas both think they right or feel like they right. Me personally, like I said, I'm a student. You see Dogg, he went through that. He gave everything and went over here and built this shit back up. And look at him. And one thing I noticed about Dogg, I just told him this. You feel me? Dogg is he's a positive. He puts off a positive aura. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to stay neutral with shit. And I'm really trying to learn that because I'm an opinionated person, and people don't like opinionated people, especially when motherfuckers be right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't like that. So one thing I'm learning at this old ass age of mine is just to not really have no opinion on a lot of shit. As long as that shit don't affect me, keep that shit over there, bro.
That's a lesson I still gotta learn. But
when you doing music, bro, when you can have an opinion on people's albums. That's what you doing that. You keeping it on that. You know what I mean? We talk about other shit, but yeah, for sure, man.
All right,
the
so
warm up
out now.
Check it out.
Press play on this.
Best body of work out the West Coast. I promise you, if you listen to it, if you fuck with music, you gonna fuck with it, man. You know what I mean? What up, Cuddy? Talk about it, share it. I'm everywhere. I'm on all platforms. King Twine, you talk me in, feel me? On the gram, King _ Twine.
All right, bet. Tap in with this new project, man. We out of here. It's Music Mondays. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Peace. All right, bet. That's it.